Hi everyone, a casual video today, just me telling you about the new Taschen tarot book. Which is by Jessica Hundley, and here it is in all its splendor. I've got the German version, but it's obviously also available in English and probably many other languages as well. It's pretty good. It's a thick thing. Considering that tarot has become really an unmanageably vast genre in the past decade or two, I think this is a very good curation job from the Taschen team. The text, you don't really buy Taschen books for the text, do you? But the text is pretty good. If you've already read around a bit on the subject of tarot, it won't be a mind-blowing read for you, but it's got, good research in it, and it's got some good, well-planned, well-laid-out chapters. There's a nice chapter where the writer gives us a kind of chronology here of tarot from origins to the present day with key dates. And I found that really interesting. When certain tarot packs had been published, what happened in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and what's happening now. I thought that was pretty good. But it's a picture book, clearly. You don't probably need to be told what the major arcana cards mean. You're going to look at the pictures. What they've done is they've gone, I think, for quality rather than quantity. They've been quite brutal. They've got some really good indie designers here. For example, Félix Déon, one of my favourites here. Look, there he is. He has a Mexican name as well, but his European name is Félix Déon. And he's just brought out this fantastic, native South American style tarot. And so, Taschen must have contacted him when he was still developing this deck, because I think the book may even have come out before the deck. So they feature people like him, but there's a lot of quite widely available contemporary decks that are not featured. And I think they've really curated it in terms of what they consider to be good design. So each deck that appears in this book probably appears 3, 4, 5 times. And you could say that they were making their life easier for themselves, because if each deck had appeared once, they could have featured 4 times as many decks. But that would have taken up 4 times as much time in terms of, clearing the rights. Maybe 4 times as much money, I don't know. But it's an absolute pleasure. It's the sort of book that you just flick through again and again. And it's on paper, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? It's not like staring at your bloody screen as your eyes begin to go red. There's the infamous Neo Tarot that I don't like much. It's on paper and you can feel it, can't you? And you actually get a chance to see some of these lovely designs really blown up big. And that's a real, real pleasure. So you might be experiencing these tarot designs, you might be seeing them in more glorious, resolution than you would see them if you bought the decks. I think that's definitely true of some. Look, there's the old Aquarian tarot. The Temperance card, which I think is actually one of the worst cards in tarot terms in the deck, but a beautiful picture. This has nothing to do with temperance in tarot terms, but it's very, very decorative. There's a Félix Déon again. Beautiful deck that I got from my husband this year for Christmas. I want to show you something. They've got quite a lot of 60s and 70s decks that, you see it and you rush online and you think, oh my God, I have to get one of those. And some of them are really not available for love nor money. Because they just disappeared, Some of them weren't even decks. Some of them were just limited editions of a few illustrations in a magazine somewhere, or given away on an airline with perfume. And some of these tantalizingly gorgeous designs, you're never going to get the deck. That's nice, isn't it? I think that's one of them. You'll never get that one. I discovered a deck, and for the RWS, the Rider-Waite-Smith, they haven't just given you the standard Rider-Waite-Smith. They've given you the Centennial, haven't they? With the patina, sort of the tobacco stained patina, to make it look a bit more respectable in terms of colour palette. There was one I found here, the Alexander Danilov deck, which I bought and I'm going to review soon. It's a lovely picture, isn't it? But actually, funny enough, I don't like that deck either. The Alexander Danilov deck, where the pictures themselves are absolutely gorgeous, but the deck is not terribly coherent. So this is really interesting. This is about tarot design. It doesn't really give you any kind of indication of whether a deck is good as a deck. It just shows you the glories of tarot design. And before we go, I want to show you one of the Alexander Danilov designs. I'm not going to flip through the whole thing. It's not a book flip through, is it? Alexander Danilov, where are you? I know, Emperor. He was Emperor. Chariot. You see, that's a gorgeous design, but the tarot deck itself is not particularly good. The Pomo Tarot from 1994. That's by far the best one in the deck. Liebenden. Gorgeous, gorgeous pictures. There. That's Alexander Danilov from 2010. He did a major Arcana deck in 2010. And then in 12 he did the whole deck. And they're lovely, aren't they? But if you'd like to know more about the Alexander Danilov deck, then watch this space, and I will, sometime this year, be reviewing the 2012 78 card, or in fact 79 card deck. So that's the Taschen Tarot book. Really, I mean, what can I say? Is it recommended or not? Of course it's recommended. It's Taschen. And I think when something's published in Taschen, like Tom of Finland or something, it signals a kind of like a watershed moment, because Taschen tend to take things which are a little bit on the fringes, a little bit niche, a little bit cult, and they present them, don't they, in a way that is, acceptable to, bourgeois people like you and me. And that is the point at which it has become sort of acceptable on the coffee table. So if it's in Taschen, it's in fashion. You have been listening to Robert Farrar of Robert Farrar's Tea and Tarot. Enjoy your cards. Enjoy your cards responsibly. That's what I want to say. Bye.